What's up, guys? Micah here, the coach of Boston Beedrills. I'm also the commissioner, or one of the commissioners for the American Pokemon Association. And this is the announcement video for Season 4 of the APA. After a successful third season, me and the other commissioner, Panther, have decided to move forward and host the fourth season of the APA. But there's a little bit of a twist. We have decided to change the format this season. Season 1 was Little Cup. Season 2 was the standard GBA format that the GBA uses. Season 3 was the same format as Season 2. In Season 4, we wanted to change things up, so we have created our own format, and we are calling it the APA format. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is this APA format that Mightykiss is talking about? Well, the APA format is something that me and Panther, we created ourselves. And just to go over the basics of it, coaches will draft 12 Pokemon instead of the 11 that we have drafted the previous 2 seasons. And each coach will draft 2 Pokemon from each available tier. Every match, the coach must bring in 1 Pokemon from each tier. So there's going to be 6 tiers. You got 6 Pokemon, there's going to be 6 tiers. You have to bring in 1 Pokemon from each tier. Well, exactly what are the tiers that are available? Well, so we have some exciting news. We're bringing back tiers 1 through 5 that we had last season. Tier 1 kind of replicates OU. Tier 2 also kind of replicates OU. Tier 3 is kind of the UU. Tier 4 is kind of the RU. And Tier 5 is the NUPU. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that these tiers follow Smogon's classifications for each Pokemon, but that's just kind of what they replicate. So that's 5 tiers. And then you may be thinking, well, how about the Mega Tier? Why are you not mentioning the Mega Tier? Well, the 6th and final tier is the Mega Tier with a twist. The Mega Tier will actually combine another tier within itself. And I know this sounds kind of crazy, but I think it'll make sense in just a moment. So this new tier is it's going to allow some new Pokemon to be seen in the competitive draft format. So let's just let's see exactly what we got going on here. Looks like we have a Mewtwo, a Mega Mewtwo, Xerneas, Primal Groudon, Deoxys, and Mega Latios. But wait, we're actually welcoming the entire Uber family into the APA this season. So let's try to start making some sense of this. We're calling this the MU tier, the Mega Uber tier. So it's a combination of the Mega Pokemon and the Uber Pokemon. A coach must select 1 Mega Pokemon and 1 Uber Pokemon from this tier. If there's a Mega Pokemon who also fits in the Uber tier, he's automatically designated as an Uber Pokemon. So this means that teams can end up with 2 Megas. For example, you draft a Mega Mewtwo X, who is a Mega and an Uber. Then, because of the snake format the draft is for that tier, when it comes around to you again, you could actually go with Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill is considered OU, not an Uber, so you could end up with Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Beedrill on your team. Does that mean you have to do that? No. You can go with a straight Uber, like a Mewtwo. This way he gets an item, and then you get a Mega. Whatever way you want to do, whatever fits your playstyle the best, it allows you to do that. So drafting. The drafting is going to be a little different. It is going to still be the snake format, but we're not going to allow coaches to jump from one tier to the other without finishing up the previous tier. So we will finish the NU tier first before going to tier 1. Same thing with tier 1, we will finish tier 1 before we jump to tier 2. Each tier will have a randomized draft order, and again, it will be in snake format. Now, Banded Caterpie was our Season 3 APA champion. As a reward to him, we're going to allow him to pick one tier, whichever one he wants out of the 6, and he gets to pick what spot he drafts in that tier. I think that's a pretty decent prize for him. I think he's going to be able to do a lot with that. Some regulations. Let's cover some regulations because there are a few regulations here. One Pokemon from each tier must be present in each battle. I said that at the beginning. You have to have one Pokemon enter the battle from each tier. MU, Tier 1, Tier 2, 3, 4, and 5, which gives you 6 Pokemon. You will have 2 Pokemon in each of those tiers to choose from. If you draft Deoxys, you must state which Deoxys you're drafting. At that point, the other forms of Deoxys drop off the board. This is to eliminate, all the coaches having their own form of Deoxys. Or not all the coaches, but having several forms of Deoxys that you're having to face multiple times a season. I just feel like that would be a little kind of boring almost. We want diversity. This is why we're bringing in the Ubers. This is why we are making it a priority to see more Tier 5s in the competitive format. We want to see diversity. And kind of going off that right there, Giratina, Groudon, and Kyogre. If you draft one, the other form of it drops off the board as well. So Giratina, there will not be a Giratina in the Giratina Origin. And if you draft Giratina, you can choose to use that orb that makes him Origin, or you can use whatever other item you want. Same thing goes for Groudon and Kyogre. If you want to use the red orb or the blue orb, you can. You're not limited to that though. So I think that also makes it where you're not seeing duplicates of all these Pokemon each and every week. Again, diversity is a key thing in this format. We want to see different types of Pokemon. We have decided to ban 2 Pokemon, Arceus and Mega Rayquaza. Now, Mega Rayquaza isn't even an Uber. It's outlawed. It's banned in Ubers anyway. But I did want to just state that. And then Arceus, there's so many different forms, and so if we allowed all these different forms, and every coach is going to have his own Arceus, and then if we only allow one Arceus, then that coach can kind of sculpt that Arceus to his opponent each and every week. And that just doesn't seem very fair. We just believe that it does just tarnish the competitive nature of the league. So that's why we did that. Just like any other season and most of other leagues, Mega Pokemon must evolve. Mega Evolve the first turn that they select a move. So some of the clauses that we have, the sleep clause, only one Pokemon may be put to sleep at a time. This is a universal clause that pretty much everybody uses. The baton pass clause, you can only baton pass one stat, and you may only bring one baton passer to each match. And then the swagger clause, because nobody likes swagger, it's just not allowed. You'll have 6 days to complete your matches. It starts on Tuesday, it goes through Sunday at midnight. Monday, just like last season, will be designated for free agent pickups and your trades. Now, if a match does not get completed, the coach who had the most availability will get the win, and it will be recorded as a 3-0 victory. If a coach just simply cannot finish the match, then the opposing coach will be granted the win, and the match will be recorded as an XO victory, and then the X will just be exactly how many Pokemon that the winning coach had left before the other coach forfeited, basically. So free agencies and trades, it's the same thing as last season. We haven't decided exactly when the trade deadline and the free agency deadline will be yet, but you have to trade and pick up from the tier that you're dropping or you're trading from. So if you're trading a mega, a standard mega from the MU tier, it has to be a standard mega that you're receiving. Yeah, that you're receiving. If you drop an Uber, you must pick up an Uber. If you drop a Mega, you must pick up a Mega. And then again, just remember that Mega Pokemon that are in Ubers are considered Ubers. So this season, we're looking for 16 coaches. If this does happen, then the Kanto and the Johto, instead of just being divisions, they will actually become conferences. And they will be subdivided into the Kanto having red and blue divisions, and the Johto having gold and silver divisions. With 16 teams, the playoff formula does change, and we'll give a little bit more details on that in the future. We're very much looking forward to testing this out. We're not going to say it's going to be perfect. I'm sure there's going to be some revisions. But if you have any suggestions or questions or concerns, feel free to let myself or Panther know via Twitter or Discord or whatever way you can get in touch with us. But there's one more thing, guys. There's one more thing. I do want to go ahead and announce that the draft day for Season 4 of the American Pokemon Association will be Saturday, July 30th on Discord. If you're a coach participating, make sure the day is available. We want to make sure we can get through this fairly quickly. And we know it's going to take a few days, possibly even a week, but we do want to get this done a little bit quicker than we did last time. And once the draft concludes, the battles will start the following Monday, or the following week, I guess, the following battle week. So maybe not Monday because, actually the first Monday is fine to battle because we're not going to be trading, we're not going to be picking up anything. So let's just go ahead and say that the battles will start the following Monday. And as always, guys, good luck and have fun. I definitely look forward to the upcoming battles. I know myself, I'm going to try to do a much, much better job this season. I do want to just mention a few things. Again, this format is specifically to bring diversity to the competitive format. We want to see Ubers. We want to see more Tier 5s. We want to see a combination of all those things. And I think some people are kind of uneasy about the idea of being forced to bring a Pokemon from each tier each week. But this is counter format. You know what your opponent's bringing. It's up to you to figure out, to get into your mind of your opponent, to research their battle style, and counter them. I mean that's the name of this format. It's the counter team format. So I really think this is going to be fun. Try to keep a positive attitude on this idea, and at least give it a shot. And I think you're really, really going to find that you're going to enjoy it. Guys, we do have an official Twitter for the APA now, just for the APA itself, and it is at the @APA_league. So go to the Twitter and follow us. That would be great. And I will see y'all in our upcoming battles. Peace.